Hello everybody, Megatrish1000 here with a Dino Rabbit deck profile. I got the stuff recently and I took it to my locals and tested it and they did really well. My top 16, we split. I didn't lose in top 16, we split at Super Games. I only went X1 day 1 and the only time I lost was because game 1 opened up really good. Double Rabbit, double Tour Guide, but no back row, and he opened up triple Veiler and Rabbit and Tour Guide with, I think it was Solemn Judgment. So he had like all the answers, and I just couldn't almost summon enough before he got fill presents, so I lost. And then game 2, I just opened up like really bad. But I mean, that was my only loss of the day. Except for that, the deck did really well. I was honestly surprised on how pure consistent this deck was. Coming from a Chaos Dragon player, that's what I've been playing the whole entire format. This deck is amazingly consistent. I mean, I was just surprised how good it did. But I'll go ahead and get into the deck list. 3 Rabbit, obviously. 3 Cobblezals. This guy puts in more work than this guy ever does, just because of his defense. And you can just set this, and it's really good. All this is standard. All this is standard. One of my friends, Sheltering Legends, like I wasn't originally playing this, I was playing Thunder King and BLS and all that, but he told me to play this version. I'm like, alright, what the heck, I'll play this version. And it surprisingly was really well. I mean, it did really well. I got it off so many times, or I just set like a couple Cobblezals, protect it for a turn, summon this, and then I still had 2 live ones in the deck. Or like, I had 2 of these in the graveyard, this in hand, and I pot Avarice these back, where this was live. And then I pot Avarice 2 vanillas, 2 of each vanillas, and then 1 back, summoned this, and went into another one, and still had 2 sets of vanillas in the deck. So this did really well. I'm definitely keeping this card in. This card was definitely amazing. Triple Veiler. This was good, but I hardly ever freaking drew it. Gores. This card is amazing. That's it for the monsters. 20 monsters. It's pretty standard. Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy, Pot, and Book. Pretty standard. I went with double MST and double Lance. I felt like triple on either was kind of overkill, but this was definitely really good. I played 2 MST, 2 Lance, and 2 Deep Prison, and that was definitely my best choice of the whole day because they were just so good. I love that number, 222. These were all good. I'm definitely keeping them that way. Solemn Brigade, obviously. Double Bottomless for the mirror. 1 TT, it's not really that good, like, if you have field presence, but when you're just trying to get field presence, and, like, you have the Sangan or something, it's really good, or when you're just trying to stop your opponent from killing you that turn, it's really good. I got the Sangan Tour Guide playoff, like, 1 time, I think. I mean, not Sangan Tour Guide, the Sangan TT playoff 1 time, I think. But other than that, it was still a really good card. 1 Fiendish Chain, I didn't want to play this at 2, because in the mirror, it's just like they can Lance it, they can MST it, they can book it if it's a tour guide, and there's so many ways around it. But in Chaos Dragon game 1, it really helps you out. If you can beat over the Light Pulsar, you can do this on the red mid, and then you can just buy yourself some time until you draw an out. Starlight Road. This won me so many freaking games. Play this card. You don't know, like, I think it was round 3, I was playing a mirror match. I opened up so horrible. So bad he knew what I was playing. He went Lagia, set 2, go. I heavied, he negated, I set 5 and said go. He had no idea what I was playing. So he played around 2 or 3 of my back row. He goes, alright, I don't know what you're playing, but you have 3 back row, not 5. He heavied me, I played this, and I got the Stardust out, and the Stardust won me the game. Because that was like the only monster I drew the whole entire freaking game. And then like another time, I had 2 back row. He had like a Thunder King. He could have just attacked for game. No, he had a Step Source. He could have just attacked for game. But he said, no, I'm scared of your Deep Prison or something. He had Stormy. I played this, summoned that, and I won. This card was amazing. I got off with Bottomless. I got it off with TT. If you don't always have to go for the first turn Rabbit. If you have first turn Rabbit and you don't have like a Compulsory or a Deep Prison or some sort, or Protect. Well, if you have Tour Guide, it's a little bit different. But if you just open up Rabbit and that's your only major card, a lot of times I like to set this, and then like maybe set a Vanilla if I have another one. That way I have a little bit more options where if I don't draw something, I can just go for the Rabbit, and if they have the TT, I can do this. So it's really good protection. And also, you know, like when you have like a Lagi and a Dolka, and they go Dark Hole just trying to get your Dolka negate, you can just do this and get a +1, and you still have your Lagi negate. So this is really good. Pulse. This was another amazing card in the mirror. If they did the rabbit, got their 2 vanillas, compulse one, the other one died. A lot of times I'd summon rabbit, set this, and maybe like a bottomless or something, and say go. If they summoned a monster, I'd get rid of it. And then if they just summoned a bigger monster, like if I was playing Chaos Dragon, or if they Dark Hold me or something, or like Soul Taker just trying to get rid of it, I could compulse mine back and then see if they had another Veiler next turn. So this was definitely really good. And then finally the best card, 2D Prisons. I played 2, main deck. This was really, really good. Really, really good. This just like won me the mirror match. This just won me the Chaos Dragon matchup. Just plain out and simple. For my extra, I ran 2 Lagias, standard, 2 Dolkas, standard, 1 Levier, only 1. I couldn't find 2, so I played 1. 1 Pearl, this was amazing. 1 Utopia, it was good. 1 Maestro, I never rung it out, but it was just nice to know I had it. Same thing with Butterfly. I raped somebody's Acid Golem with this. They went Acid Golem, I went Detach. Draw phase, detach, and then he took 2k, and it was a mirror match, so he didn't have no out, and I was just like, I win. Giga Brilliant. I don't know what to say about this card. I brought it out once when I had a Reaper and a Monster Reborn, their Dark Flare, but except for that, he wasn't that good. Like, honestly, I would take him out for another Levier if you have one. I just don't, so I'm playing him. Acid Golem, he was amazing. Leviathan, it was good to know I had the option. Stardust. When I was playing Patrick Coleman, it was game 3. He went for Sabosaurus, attacked. He was at like 26, I think, or something like that. And he said, "All right, go." He was just hoping to draw another turn because he had the Dark Hole in hand, and then he had another monster which was gonna push for game. I drew. I said, "Summon Veiler," synchroned with the token, went into this guy manually. Went Gores. He took he went Rabbit. He went Rabbit, attack with Sabosaurus. The main phase 2 went Butterfly, and made my Gores where I could just head up, and the token would just be 1900. He Dark on next turn and go for game. I drew, went Summon Veiler, Synchro for this guy manually. Went Suicide with the Gores. He had no back row, so I just went Suicide with the Gores. Attacked directly for this for game. And he was like, yeah, so this card won me my game 3 matchup against Patrick Homan. One Cataster, it's amazing. 1 Snowman, that's like these were the 4 monsters I sided in. I sided in these for Chaos Dragon and Macro, so these are like really the only thing I really need to side it in. If you have Maxis, take out 1 Fossil Dino and Fiendish Chain for 2 Maxis. I don't have them, I can't afford them, so I don't play them. But if you have them, definitely put them in. 2 Level Limit. I played a Laval Volcanic deck, Hidden Arsenal 6 just came out, with their kindling and all that crap. And this and Macro just took care of them. I played this and Macro and just played Torg. I beat up. I knew he sided in Gozen match, so I just went, and all his monsters had super low defense, so I went Torguide attack. I went Torguide, he Veilered, Torguide, got Torguide, because I had Sangin in my hand, and I just went attack, 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 and I just kept hitting for 2k a turn. One beating up their monster, and then hitting for 2k a turn, and then Macros, everything just kept getting freaking vanished, and then I finally drew the Solemn, I set it, attack, and put him to 4,000. Next turn, overlaid for Acid Golem. He went Gozen, I Solemn Judgmented, he had no more back row. Attack for 1,000, put him to 3, attack for 3,000 for game. So these were definitely amazing and just a very versatile deck. And also, it was pretty good against anti-meta. MST, standard. Best trap I sided in, Macros, just single-handedly took care of Chaos Dragon. I 2-0'd all my Chaos Dragons. Triple Macro, same thing with Chaos Dragon. And also against the Volcanic deck and against the anti-meta deck. So yeah, this was definitely really good. Anti-meta Chaos, kind of. 1 Fiendish Chain against windups if I played them, because I don't have Maxis. Compulse for the mirror and for windups and for like any deck that overlays a lot. and then 2 decrease if I found a Final Countdown player, or just super heavy back row player, or just some rogue deck that ran like too many freaking back rows, or chain burn, any of that stuff. Yeah, guys, that's my deck profile. I played it. It's really consistent. I only went X1 day 1, and I told you why I lost. Not day 1, only I went X1 in Swiss. It wasn't a big tournament like that, but there was like a good amount of people. Yeah, shout out to Super Games. They're freaking amazing. They're the reason I have these, because I was borrowing them, and then when I topped, I used my store credit to buy these and my macros, and some other stuff, and some sleeves. So shout out Super Games. They're freaking amazing. It's definitely the biggest and the largest locals, and the best locals in Georgia. So yeah, rate, comment, subscribe, check out my other videos. Microchish 1000, signing out.